Is Hbar a good buy at this moment in time? And if yes, what are the actual realistic price targets that we can expect here in the upcoming days and weeks and possibly months ahead of us? This is what I want to discuss in today's video. I want to give you my honest opinion about the Hbar price action. I also want to talk about the short term and a lot of other stuff. So let's get straight into it. Guys, this is the weekly time frame for Hbar. So every candlestick that you see on this chart represents 1 week, and this price action goes all the way back to 2019. Now what is interesting here is that a few weeks ago with this weekly candle here, we actually had the largest wick here to the downside that we have ever seen on Hbar's entire weekly time frame. Yes, there was one occasion here in 2020 in March. We also had a significant wick on this weekly candle, and what came after was actually very obvious for Hbar. New all-time highs and a 32x. So from March 2020 to September 2021, Hbar did a 32x after this significant liquidation event that happened in March 2020. Now recently, a few weeks ago, we had the largest liquidation event in crypto history. We had already had a significant recovery here, as you can see, for Hbar in a relatively short amount of time. And I'm going to show you whether I believe that this is the beginning of something absolutely massive here for Hbar. So definitely stay tuned in the video. But first of all, I want to talk about this because today we had some good news, of course. The Hbar spot ETF went live today on Nasdaq with the ticker HBR. And that is, of course, a major milestone and super bullish for Hbar, Hedera, and everyone that is involved. So that is, of course, amazing to see. And that is also one of the reasons why we did saw a lot of volatility today, earlier today. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But first off, let's further discuss here the weekly time frame for Hbar. Now, if we actually enable the trend ribbon, which is basically a momentum indicator, if you trade above the trend ribbon, it usually indicates strong bullish momentum and a significant uptrend. Whenever you trade below the trend ribbons, it usually indicates a bear market or a prolonged bearish period here for Hbar. Now, as of right now, we are trading below the trend ribbons here. So what is absolutely crucial for the price here on the weekly time frame is to break back above the trend ribbon with at least a weekly candle. Now, as you can see, the trend ribbon is located somewhere around 21.8 cents for Hbar. If we break above 21.8 cents, then that could be your confirmation that indeed Hbar is indeed heading a lot higher here in the next few days and weeks. So yeah, that is the main level to watch here, 21.8 cents for Hbar on the weekly time frame. If we look at a few other indicators such as the stochastic RSI, we can currently see that the stochastic RSI on the weekly time frame is actually oversold. So at the bottom, you typically want to buy crypto whenever the stochastic, especially on the weekly time frame, is oversold. So on the bottom here, because usually that indicates a significant buying opportunity. I can show you a lot of examples here, but what you should take away here is that you want to buy in the oversold range and you want to sell or take profits in this overbought area. Of course, not financial advice, but usually these overbought readings are at or very close to a local or significant top in the market. Also, if you look at the crypto fear and greed meter here down below, you can also see on the weekly time frame that Hbar recently and the whole crypto market went into an extremely fearful phase. And usually whenever you buy this extreme fearful phase, it is usually the bottom or very close to the bottom and presents an amazing buying opportunity. So I just wanted to show you that as well before I actually continue with this analysis. But yeah, the first major level to break, 21.8 cents for Hbar. If we break that level, then that could be your confirmation that the trend has really flipped from bearish into bullish. Also, if we look at it with a Fibonacci retracement from the previous bull run high to the bear market low of 2023, then we can actually see that this 21.8 cents is actually a very crucial level, because this is also the golden Fibonacci ratio or the golden pocket here on the chart. And as you can see, Hbar is currently struggling with this level, which provided support here in 2021 and 2022. So this is the main level to break here. If we break 21.8 cents, then I do expect swift continuation further to at least 31.7 cents, which is the 0.786 Fibonacci level for Hbar. If we break that level as well, then I'm looking at the previous all-time high, which was located around 57 cents. And if we go even higher than the previous all-time high, then there are a few other levels to watch as well for Hbar if we enter price discovery. And the first major area that I'm watching is actually 65 cents. Then we have 79, we have $1.37, and maybe even higher for Hbar. So these are the main levels to watch here for the coming months if we break above 21.8 cents. Now in the immediate short term, the picture is quite clear because there is barely any liquidity currently below the current price. Most of the liquidity, almost all the liquidity, is currently stacked up above the current price, mainly located around 26 cents for Hbar. So yeah, what price typically does is it goes after the highest liquidity to liquidate the most amount of traders in the market. So expect to move to the upside or a short squeeze sooner rather than later here in the immediate short term for Hbar. So yeah, overall guys, I'm still very bullish. The market structure is still intact here for Hbar, and if we break 21.8 cents, then I can say with a lot of confidence that Hbar is most likely heading towards new all-time highs. But for now, that is the main level to watch. But in the immediate short term, I would just be careful with shorting Hbar because there is a lot of liquidity above us and price typically liquidates the most amount of traders. So just be aware of that. If you want to buy or trade Hbar, then I would highly recommend to do that over on Phemex or AscendEX. Use my links down below in the video description. Massive welcome bonuses on both of these exchanges if you use my link down below. Also, one of the cheapest trading fees in the industry if you use these links, and a lot of other benefits. So definitely check it out if you're interested. For now, I want to thank you all for watching, for the support. If you want to see more Hbar content here on the channel, let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram because I'm posting a lot of additional crypto Hbar XRP content over there. Check it out if you're interested. I want to thank you for watching, for the support, and I'll see you very soon with another Hbar update. Bye bye.